Coming up on Open for Business, we have a conversation with Donna Anderson of the Chesapeake Arts Center. Welcome to Open for Business. As education continues to evolve, it is important that our communities have access to a variety of options, and the Chesapeake Arts Center is one of those places that provides plenty of opportunities. Today, our conversation is with Donna Anderson of the Chesapeake Arts Center. Welcome, Donna. It's good to see you.
Great to see you too, Louis.
And I think we have to start specifically of what is the Chesapeake Arts Center and what do you do?
Well, the Chesapeake Arts Center is a private nonprofit organization. We are a community arts center, multidisciplinary in nature, meaning we provide a lot of different arts activities throughout the year, performances, events, education programs, and exhibitions. And there's always a lot going on there.
Yeah, and you think about in an arts center, there's always things going on. But so what's the history like? Why the Chesapeake Arts Center is where it is, and like what's the history of its relevance?
Sure. Well, actually, it has an interesting history that kind of mirrors Maryland Hall for the Creative Arts, which is also an art center here in Annapolis. And the founder of Chesapeake Arts Center, Delegate Joan Cadden, actually was on the Maryland Hall board back in the 80s and early 90s and saw, again, an art center, multidisciplinary in that community. And she was from North County and said, we need an art center in North County. So she helped spearhead our founding. We were actually established in 1998 and opened to the public in 2001. And we are located in Brooklyn Park in what is called the Brooklyn Park Community Complex, which includes Brooklyn Park Middle School, the Parks and Rec Center in North County, and the Department of Aging. So we all share this large complex up in Brooklyn Park.
Oh, that's good. Well, that's diverse in itself, which I think
absolutely
matches what you do.
It does.
And so, in the time that you've been an organization, what are some highlights of what the Chesapeake Arts Center has done?
Well, over our history, obviously over the last, I guess, 22, 23 years that we've been open to the public, we've kind of evolved and changed and shaped really in response to the community and the community's needs. So my understanding, I've only been at the Chesapeake Arts Center for about 4 years as executive director. But early on, a lot of our programming focus was in the performing arts, using our 752-seat theater as a way to, again, benefit the community and invite people in. We didn't have a lot of education programs back then. We had a few exhibitions here and there. So it was basically performing arts focused and event focused. Over the last 10 years or so, that has shifted a little bit in that we still do performances, but our education exhibitions and special events and community-based events have really increased, again, in response to community needs and just to provide arts access and arts opportunities for community members.
And you've mentioned community a couple of times, so I think it's important to show like your connection to community. So what's something about the community that you've recognized is a need, and how the Art Center has been able to sort of try to fill some of those gaps?
Sure. Well, definitely during the pandemic, we found that when a lot of places were closed, we were closed just as everybody else was for about 3 months, but we reopened in July of 2020. And again, after surveying and talking to a lot of the folks who were involved in our education program, parents and families, they really needed other opportunities for their kids, especially when they were doing virtual schooling. So we opened back up and we did education programming. We held classes. We did them outdoors and indoors and social distanced, and really create great, very specific protocols for making sure we could keep people safe, but still do our mission and still serve the community. One of our more recent programs is we just started what's called a Mini Makers program. It's a arts immersion program for preschool age kids that is grant funded, and so those kids come for free. And again, in response really to the fact that there's such a lack of enrichment programs for that age group, especially up in North County. So that's a new program that we just started in September and runs 2 days a week, and we have lots of kids, and it's really fun to see all the little kids get really immersed in arts and activities and socialization. So that's been a really great program that we're proud of.
And that's a great place and great age to plant seeds.
Absolutely.
What do you think, as your art center has done a variety of things, what is something you think is unique about your art center?
Well, I think one of the things that's unique about what we do is we have a maker space. For those who don't know what a makerspace is, it's basically a collaborative space where you provide the tools and technology and invite the community to come in and use those tools. So our makerspace has a wood shop, a screen printing press, digital fabrication lab, and we do programs in there that are class-based. So you can come and take a class on, gee, I want to learn how to make a cutting board. And in the meantime, you're learning about how to work in our wood shop. Or you can do an open studio program where you pay a very small fee and you can come in once you've been safety trained on the equipment to come and use that space and create and tinker and make whatever you might like. And it's a great collaborative opportunity because we have other makers and artists who are in there as well. So it's a sharing of our ideas. So I think that's something that really differentiates us. In addition to a lot of our focus, especially in education, is in STEAM, STEM plus arts. So a lot of our camp programs that we do, a lot of our after-school programs that we do for kids really are STEAM focused.
And that's great. It's good you brought up STEAM because you have so many partnerships and there's a lot of hats that you have to wear in sort of that diversification area. And you said you're next to Brooklyn Park Middle School.
We are.
And so what's your relationship with Anne Arundel County Schools and potentially the schools?
Sure. Well, obviously, as I said before, we're in the Brooklyn Park complex, and so we're grateful for that space. We have a relationship with Brooklyn Park Middle School where we do an after-school teen club for teens who are in the middle school, and so they're there once a week. We also have been in partnership since the pandemic with the school system to provide after-school programs 3 days a week. Again, mostly for North County school kids, but it's really open to any student. And they come for free, and we create the program, hire the instructors, manage the program. And so that's a great partnership that we have in place, and we continue that through the summer, through summer camp experiences. Into the future, we're also going to be working with some of the community schools, especially the ones in North County, again, to provide those same opportunities for kids to come in and, again, experience the arts, have hands-on opportunities for them to, try their hand at, visual arts, creating fabric art, ceramics, hand building. And so it's really a great opportunity to be able to, see kids really experience creativity, self-expression, and just have a lot of fun and joy. And I think that's important in this particular time period that we're in.
Absolutely. And you've listed sort of different things and different dynamics that are a part of the Chesapeake Arts Center. I think that's something is important is sort of knowing that you're creating, if you're not already, a community hub. And so like what kind of events are going on there? What are some opportunities for maybe creative students in the community at large?
Well, so we do, in addition to kind of some of the programming that I've already mentioned, we have about 300 to 400 classes in a variety of disciplines that the public can participate in. There's a tuition fee that's attached to that, but it's in everything from drama and musical theater to, again, ceramics, dance, visual arts, painting, drawing, and that's for adults and students. So, again, a wide variety of activities, a wide variety of options for people to just try their hand. We do things like one-time workshops or one-day classes, so you can kind of try it and see if you might like. Again, let me try a painting class and just see if I've ever, come and do watercolor for a day. And so, again, trying to really provide a lot of doorways in for people to try different arts activities, whether they're adults or children, and see if they like it.
And so what kind of events do you have on the docket sort of going, because this is really early in the year, so we're looking at, there's plenty of other things that you're doing. So what are some things that you would want the community to come to that may be like bigger events?
Sure. Well, the first one that I would say is on April 13th, we are doing an open house. It's in conjunction with World Art Day. And so we are highlighting different cultural world artistic experiences in our center. So in our theater, in our galleries, in our classrooms, in our makerspace, communities invited to come. It's from 10 until 2. It's free to the public. And again, you can just walk around the building and experience different kinds of art from around the world. So that's the first one. We're also doing a golf tournament, which is May 15th. And again, that's a fundraising event. One of the things we're really proud of is the fact that about half of our programming is free of charge to the community and to the public. And so to support that, we need individual donations, corporate support, grant funding, and special events. And so our golf tournament is one of those ways that we can raise money to support all these programs. And so that's May 15th, and we are really looking forward to that. It actually this year will be in tribute to one of our former board members and kind of a North County business icon, Lou Zagarino, who passed away in 2023. And so this tournament that we've done for several years is actually in tribute to him this year. So we're excited about that. And then in the fall, we actually do a community event called Arts in the Park. And that is an outdoor free festival. Again, hands-on workshops, performances out on stage, arts and community vendors who give away free things, they sell things, food trucks. It's a great community event. We attract about 1,000 people to that event. So it's grown substantially in the last couple of years and really become, I think, a great, again, gift back to the community to give them experiences and draw people together and connect them.
Absolutely. So with just that plethora of information, we should definitely make sure that people have a way to contact you. But is there anything else specifically that you think people should know about the Arts Center before you give your contact information?
I think one of the things I would say is, it's actually a very accessible. It's really easy to get to and again, we don't just serve North County. That is the core, but we draw people from Baltimore City, Baltimore County. We draw people from Annapolis, from West County. It's really easy to get to. Again, people might not be familiar with Brooklyn Park. It's just north of Glen Burnie. We have plenty of free parking. There's lots of creative opportunities, and so I think just want to invite people up to come and see that.
That's great. And so, how would someone get in contact with you if they either wanted to attend an event or potentially do something in the Arts Center?
Sure. First and foremost is just go to our website. That has the most up-to-date information. It's got community events. It's got all the ways that you can find out about free activities, free education activities that I've talked about, as well as our class listing. You can register through the website. You can buy tickets through the website. You can, again, sign up to be on our email list. And we do an email blast every Wednesday with all the activities that are coming up in like the next week, 2 to 3 weeks. And it's just a great opportunity to really find out about what we're doing. So I encourage people to go to the website. It's chesapeakearts.org and come and visit us up in North County.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Donna. I appreciate you being here and giving us that information because, again, education is diverse and vital, and the arts is one of those diverse points that should be included. And thank you for watching Open for Business.